Hi there, everybody. It is Sunday the 15th on the big island of Hawaii as I'm shooting this, and I have a hard time getting used to the fact that all of the world is of course kind of in front of us in time. So you may already have gone through your lunar eclipse as you're seeing this video, but regardless, we are going to check in with the Arcturians and talk about what's happening with this lunar eclipse, and it's of course also a full moon tonight, so also talk about those energies in general. And I hope you're well, and I hope this video reaches you somewhat in time, and technical issues barring, I should be able to do sessions, and I will also try to plan a live stream fairly soon, or sometime during the month of May, and hope to be able to contact you that way. And it might just be an audio signal, but we'll see what we can manage. So we're going to check in with Umlam and the rest of the gang of the 90 Arcturian Council, and thank you for being here, liking, sharing, subbing, subscribing, and all your beautiful energy. Much love, guys. Hello, friends. This is Umlam of the Arcturian Council, bringing you love, blessings, greetings, and good tidings from on high. In our dimensions, tidings are always good. Everything serves a higher purpose, everything is in order, everything is playing out in a system of pure divine harmony. Well, that's all good, you say, Umlam. And Arcturians, by the way, bringing you a love from the 90 Arcturian Council. But what about human experience? What about feeling blue or sad, upset, feeling like you are reorienting yourself, feeling like the compass is being reset, feeling like you have lost your bearings, your footing, and your foothold as you try to climb this new mountain of the unknown in time? And so in this proverbial night that you are climbing this mountain, in this darkness that you are stumbling through, there is on some nights a bright light of the moon to guide you through it, and on some special auspicious nights, this bright, full eggshell of the moon, it is obscured and covered by the mysterious umbrage of your planetary sphere, thereby creating this beautiful phenomenon you call the lunar eclipse. How do you understand the energies of these phenomena? See, the lunar eclipse is a specially auspicious moment. Eclipses have the tendency to concentrate the energies of the planetary bodies in their configuration at that moment. What you have understood through your astrology, this system, that there are certain configurations of energies that are playing out through the universal system, and these are amplified by eclipses. So when the light fades, the influence of this moon actually becomes greater. And this moon, well, you may sense that there are scorpionic qualities to it, that it has certain energies that tend to upset a fury within man. There are certain energies of strife playing out. There are certain senses of egos having to amplify themselves. There are certain outlooks on life that need to stabilize themselves and move beyond limitation. What do we mean by this? Is this just platitudes we are offering? We hear our friend here asking us. No, what we mean is that within these difficulties of stumbling through the night, climbing the mountain in this dark night, and not finding the light, but being beset by upsetting and furious energies, well, what you may let it out in is a sense of ecstasy, a sense of rapture, a sense of release within the total sea of energy that is approaching human experience. That is, you already exist within this total sea of energy, but your perception of yourselves as energetic beings, as compositions of energetic flows, both universal and particular, is being heightened, sharpened, and concentrated. This is what you're experiencing, and this is a beautiful experience. This is, you could liken it again to moving up the mountain and moving into the thinner airs of experience. This is the reality of experiencing thinner ethers. That is, you are deprived of oxygen, and so as your system struggles with losing its foothold with the normal resource that it uses to keep its life up, it finds that it instead is confronted with its vital functions as they play out. So moving up into the thinner layers of the air also allows you to gain greater clarity about which things are playing out in you that you can use, which things you are sorting out, and which things you are allowing to settle and become sediment and the foundation for new buildings in your life. You may also sense, referring to this act of coughing that human bodies do and that we observe our friend here, the vessel, doing, you may sense that this is also a process of purification that you are going through, that certain energies are being egged out of you, that are being goaded out of you, that are being irked out of you. This is the feeling that somebody is pushing your buttons, that somebody is wanting to show you all the areas of anger and fury you haven't healed. And so, can you allow for this energy to become bubbling fountain, an eruption from the core of the mountain? See, here we are again speaking to this eruption floor. Rumors have been sounding, people have been talking in these areas of ongoing eruption that will soon begin to grow in its flow, that will soon begin to give signals from the Earth's core and into the sphere. Our friend here is reminding us to keep the content universally relevant and not go all Hawaii on him, as his expression goes. But we are saying that it is for a reason also that he was brought here to connect to these energies at this moment, and that this eruption that is underway will also be a type of purgatory experience of him observing the raw forces of nature interplaying with humanity as it begins to survive its environment and begins to align with natural forces, adapting to the things it cannot control. These are lessons that can be gauged from the future, though when exactly they will erupt, we will occlude. We are speaking of the full moon energies. We could take you from this place all into the new moon, which will arrive approximately as you move into the next month of June, as you call it. But we are now speaking of the full moon, and in this phase of these 14 days where you will experience this shift, you will see things bringing themselves into a tentative balance. You will see the platforms establishing themselves on which you can build new life forms. You will begin to see the emergence of new patterns that will make the outlines of a new stability in a new way of life for you. This is if you have already begun to set these things in motion. If you are in a place where you feel that your past is catching up to you, that you are dealing with past grievances and hurts, then notice that these things are also energetic patterns, and that these energetic patterns are offering them up into consciousness to be seen and healed within the greater flow of energy that is now available to you, to your bodies, to your spirits, to your souls. So much more is contained within this field of time, space, matter, body, spirit that was able to, in the pentagram that existed so far hitherto, in human experience. See the 5 fingers becoming the 5 elements, becoming the 5 forces that interplay in human hearts and set them aflame. This is the road that you should always be going, activating your heart, and within that heart, finding the solace, the structure, the vision to compose those other things that you are materializing from mind and body, from raw energy and from refined and subtle sense. You can take the emotional energies that are true and pure in the human heart and animate whatever it is you are doing. This is a way to circumvent the furious anger that you also may feel, being tested, being tried, being irritated. This is a way to use your light as a type of flashlight in the night on your way up towards the mountain, towards the thinner airs, and in these thinner airs you will find a greater clarity of vision, a greater awareness of your own constitution, letting that constitution become the light, letting that constitution become the very foundation for a statehood of your own individual autonomy. That is, every man is as he connects to his greater purpose and plan in all existence and to his alignment with his fellow men, also becoming more of an autonomous unit, someone who governs himself, herself, someone who allows for the specific gifts that they have been given to be expressed. And so, in these areas of frustration, can you dig out your specific gifts? Can you let these specific gifts come forward and be the thing that gives you solace and lets you express your talents, your love, and your trust in the good that life has to bring you? This is the message that I transmit to you this day, providing this energy around this full moon, this lunar eclipse approaching of your time, 2022, this May 15th to the 16th. These are temporal dates, and notice as time expands that there are resonance patterns, other eclipses and phenomenon becoming active in this pattern, other phenomenon of resonances with other dates earlier and forward in time, folding into this time space, you becoming both your past and your future self in this moment, allowing yourself to become the whole and total ring that encompasses the universal truth and beauty of your being. Therefore, I again extend the love from the ninth dimension on behalf of the Arcturian Council and on behalf of your star brethren. I, Umlam of the Arcturian Council, I send you blessings, love, healing this day, bidding you farewell in peace. A very flowy energy to him today. And if you're new to the channel, thank you for being here. And if you're used to the channel, so I've been traveling a lot for the past year and a half and experiencing how different energies influence the channeling. And so it's just so interesting to experience how this landscape has these very chaotic, fertile energies, and it's almost like the little men or the types of the machine elves, or the many hunis, or what you want to call them, are kind of operating the levers of the energies here and allowing things to both flow very easily in the spiritual realm, but also be a little cumbersome in the material realm down here in the root chakra of the Hawaiian islands in the rainforest of Puna. So that was an update on the full moon, and I hope the energies serve you well out there, beautiful people, and I look forward to future galactic and interpersonal communications. Much love.